Hi, this is the business guy, the CEO of Asset Protection Planners. And in this video, we're going to be talking about the most powerful way to protect your assets, an international asset protection trust. And this is your solution to make sure that when you get sued, nobody can take what's rightfully yours. My on-staff attorneys and I have set up more offshore asset protection trusts than any firm in the world. I've been in the asset protection field for 34 years, helping people like you safeguard what matters most. Picture this, the waves lapping at your feet, the sun warming your skin, and the peace of knowing your financial future is secure. This isn't just a dream or a vacation spot. This could be where your assets find a safe haven. And today we're diving into the secrets of setting up a trust in paradise. Whether it's the Cook Islands, Belize, or Nevis, I'll guide you step by step and show you why these locations are the ultimate destinations for protecting your wealth. So subscribe if you haven't, and let's get started. For many people, the dream of escaping to a tropical island isn't just about relaxation, it's about transformation. A fresh start in a paradise like the Cook Islands or Belize offers more than just breathtaking scenery and a slower pace of life. The nice part? You never have to travel there unless you really want to. It also provides unique opportunities to protect your financial future from the comfort of your own home. And as the CEO of Asset Protection Planners, the largest asset protection company in the nation, let's be real, navigating the legal requirements and figuring out all the steps to set up a life and a trust in a foreign country can feel overwhelming for people who are new to the offshore asset protection field. So that's where we step in to make the process simple and seamless for you. So let's first talk about the legal side of setting up a trust in paradise. These places like the Cook Islands, Belize, and Nevis have some of the strongest laws in the world to protect your money. And here's why they stand out. Easy setup. These countries have clear rules that make it simple to set up a trust. For example, in the Cook Islands, you need to work with a professional trustee company based there, ensuring everything is done right. Protect your assets. These trusts act like a shield for your money. If someone sues you, the laws in these places make it almost impossible for them to take your assets. And we've had relationships in the Cook Islands for over 30 years, thousands of clients, so we know the ins and the outs and the process to make things work properly. Quick protection. In the Cook Islands, for example, there's a short time limit, 1 to 2 years, for somebody to claim that you moved your money unfairly. Now that said, the trust in the Cook Islands protects your assets right away. But if somebody tries to challenge it and the time runs out, they don't even have the chance to challenge you. And even if they do act quickly and beat the clock, we've never seen a trust penetrated in the Cook Islands that we've established. And then after the clock runs out, your assets are safe from lawsuits, and no court in the Cook Islands will even entertain a challenge against your trust. So this means that once your assets are placed in a trust here, they're almost untouchable, even from the most aggressive creditors. Choosing the right jurisdiction. Not all paradise locations are created equal, so let's talk about the 3 top choices, the Cook Islands, Belize, and Nevis. And each one has its strengths, and picking the right one really depends on what you need. Cook Islands, this is considered the strongest option for protecting your money. Their laws make it nearly impossible for anyone from another country to take your assets. For example, we just got a call from another one of our clients today, a successful entrepreneur, safeguarded over $20 million in personal and business assets through a Cook Islands trust. Now, many clients have far less and some clients have far more. So this ensures his financial security against aggressive lawsuits. Cook Islands is part of New Zealand. In fact, every citizen of the Cook Islands is automatically a New Zealand citizen as well. In fact, according to Transparency International, out of 180 countries, New Zealand is one of the top 3 most trusted, least corrupt countries in the world. So when you set up a Cook Islands trust, you're not only dealing with the largest asset protection company in the country, you're also dealing with one of the most trusted jurisdictions in the world that has a great respect for integrity and the rule of law. Let's talk about Belize. Belize is known for how fast you can set up a trust to protect its assets, for keeping your information private, and it's a great place for your estate planning. And it gives you lots of options for who controls the trust and who benefits from it. Now, Belize is an English-speaking country in Central America. It's down there by Panama. It is a developing country, and we usually use Belize for people who are currently in litigation right now and who have already been served. Now, Nevis is famous for its strong LLCs, but its trusts are also very flexible. It can be a great choice if you want to combine a trust with an LLC for extra protection, just like we do in the Cook Islands. So here's a tip. If you're prioritizing the ultimate asset protection legal shield, go to the Cook Islands. If you're already in litigation right now, Belize shines. We've set up mini trusts there as well. And if you want the closest jurisdiction to most people in the U.S., Nevis is your go-to. We've set up mini trusts in all 3 jurisdictions, and to be transparent, I have a Cook Islands trust for myself and my family. So how do you set up a trust in paradise? Here's a step-by-step guide. We assign our trustee company law firm to watch over your trust. Then we select a reputable trustee in your chosen jurisdiction. Now, this is critical because they'll manage the trust's day-to-day operations. Next, we draft a trust deed. You'll work with our staff attorneys and customer service personnel who walk you through step-by-step to create a comprehensive document outlining the trust's purpose, beneficiaries, and terms. We set up an offshore LLC. Your trust owns the LLC. The LLC owns the bank account. You're the initial manager of your LLC and the signatory on your bank account. Now, keep in mind, we set up the LLC and trust simultaneously. When you need our trustee/law firm to step in to protect you, our trust company is here to serve you and be your legal shield. Next, you fund the trust. Transfer your assets into the bank account that is owned by your LLC. And again, your offshore trust owns your LLC. So the LLC acts as your remote control to the trust assets. And these assets could include a bank account and/or a stock market portfolio. For real estate, we employ equity stripping strategies. We put the property into land trust for privacy of ownership, and we pull out the equity so everything's protected. So whatever assets you have, there are proper legal tools that act as a barrier from losses, so you get to keep what's yours. Ongoing maintenance. Stay compliant with reporting requirements and ensure that your trust is maintained annually. Our renewal department can support you and help keep your trust up to date. A well-structured trust is really like a fortress for your wealth, but it requires careful planning, and professional expertise is so important. After all, we're dealing with the seasoned legal professionals on the other side of the aisle who are bent on poking holes in your legal structure so they can get their hands in your pocket. So that's why you want to make sure that your trust is set up right and you use somebody with the most experience. And here are the benefits of a trust in paradise. So let's talk about the payoff. What makes a trust in paradise so worth it? Asset protection. These trusts are designed to keep your wealth safe from lawsuits, creditors, and even divorce settlements. Estate planning. They also ensure a smooth transfer of wealth to your heirs, avoiding probate and reducing taxes. Now, that said, U.S. people are taxed on worldwide income, even the income produced by the trust. So we're talking about a proper estate plan that can help reduce taxes when you work with a tax professional. Peace of mind. And this is a big one. Knowing your assets are safeguarded allows you to focus on enjoying life and building your business instead of constantly looking over your shoulder. I mean, a lawsuit can suck the life out of you, can sap your energy, and be so distracting that it really takes you away from making money in the first place. So I've seen clients go from sleepless nights to complete peace of mind, knowing that their financial future is secure. In fact, one family we set up a trust for used a Belize trust to create a legacy fund for their grandchildren, ensuring education and opportunities for generations to come instead of their legal opponent taking everything they had. Another client who just contacted us was going through both a nasty lawsuit and a divorce at the same time. Talk about stressful. He said in his review that he wrote for us, "I was going through a nasty lawsuit and they helped me through every portion of the process and protected my assets in ways I could never have thought of myself." And that's one of the big reasons I do this. I love the rewards coming back and the peace of mind that we provide to people and their families. So let's talk about some tips and common pitfalls. Now that you understand the benefits, let's discuss some tips and pitfalls to avoid. Tip number 1, start early. The sooner that you set up your trust, the better protected you'll be. Waiting until legal trouble arises can limit your options, especially in a divorce because there's a financial restraining order. So if a divorce is on the horizon, you want to act early because once you're served with those papers, it's often, and most often, too late. So get started early. Tip number 2, work with experts. Always consult professionals who specialize in international trust law. A poorly drafted trust can cause more harm than good. In fact, we know of one case where the attorney made the client both the beneficiary and the settler and the protector, and that big mistake cost his clients dearly. So make sure to use somebody with experience. Tip number 3, stay compliant. Make sure to adhere to your home country's tax and reporting laws to keep in tax and legal compliance. You can use your tax professional. If your tax professional doesn't have that experience, we have tax professionals who specialize in international tax planning who can work with you or work hand in hand with your current CPA to make sure that your taxes are filed properly. Okay, now let's talk about pitfalls. Pitfall number 1, choosing the wrong jurisdiction. A domestic trust is under the jurisdiction of domestic courts. So no matter how good the promoters of these trusts tell you they work, we have seen domestic trusts penetrated left and right by results-oriented judges, especially when the trust is in one state and the client is in another. For example, we've never seen a Nevada trust protect a California resident. So do your due diligence. Pitfall number 2, neglecting maintenance. A trust isn't just a set it and forget it tool. Regular updates and reviews are essential to keep it effective. Again, our renewals department can help. Okay, now let's address some of the most common questions I get about setting up a trust in paradise. Can I control the assets in my trust? And the answer is yes. Through a properly structured offshore LLC, you can retain a great degree of control while enjoying protection. Is it expensive to maintain an offshore trust? Well, costs vary, and they are a small price to pay for the protection and peace of mind that they offer. Now, keep in mind, if you have significant assets, it's not a trust that's expensive. It's not having a trust that's expensive. So how do I ensure my trust is compliant with my home country's laws? And the answer is work with experienced professionals who understand both local and international regulations. And if you need people to help, we can help. These are just a few examples, and if you have more questions, drop them in the comments, and I'll be happy to answer them, time permitting. So here's some closing thoughts. Setting up a trust in paradise isn't just about protecting your wealth. It's about creating freedom and security for you and your loved ones. Whether it's a Cook Islands, Belize, or Nevis trust, each jurisdiction offers a unique path to financial peace of mind. And if you're ready to explore these opportunities, go ahead and reach out. Paradise is waiting for you and your assets. This is the Business Guy, here to help protect what matters most. Subscribe for more insights on building your financial fortress, and drop us a line at assetprotectionplanners.com if you want to go ahead and set up an asset protection trust or you have questions for our attorneys and consultants. See you in the next one. This is the Business Guy.